So I'm just cleaning up the bathrooms this week, and it is a bit gunky around these things. So I'm just going to do a short video on how to clean that. And essentially, what you got to do is you just pop that up, flat head in there. You got to take the look at that. Yeah, so we took them bolts out, just bolts. There's some washers underneath or some nuts on the back, I guess, and some. Anyways, yeah, we took it out and it's gross. Ugh. All right, we got that thing taken apart, cleaned up, put back together. Whew. Whew.
Okay, back at it. Let's see what we can do. Okay, running out of time this morning, but I found a couple of concrete form spike things that we couldn't find a few months ago. I found that dry box, which we're going to repurpose for the fencing guys. Got all that wood moved out of here. And I see there's a folding table back there, and I think that one's going to wait for Monday.
On every panel, Brian would have to bend over and drag these spacer strips out for each fence panel. And he's made a spot right where he needs them. Easy to grab. Nicely done.
Okay, so let's talk about our order sheets, because we've had a lot of problems with them. Here's an example of an older order sheet, about 2 years ago, but it's more or less what we've been using still, and it's really complicated. There's lots of information on there that we don't even really need to look at. What a mess. And for contrast, here's the new sheet. Bright, clear, simple, eliminated most of the information. The production employees really only need to look at this part right at the top of the page, section for office use at the bottom, and the digital kind of input for that has also changed. You can see it here, and just for example, let's say a customer wants 75 pieces of 1x6 10 footers, select, and we'll go fine line, and you can see it pops up with the heading, the serial number, and the color. To find it in will be the new profile binder, so hopefully there will be a lot less trouble getting the right profiles for the right orders. Okay, so this is the entry for the old order form, where Jody had caught a mistake I had made on this order. I had 4-inch width for the product, but the profile serial number matches a 6-inch product, so he wasn't too sure where was the mistake made. Was it the wrong size wood or the wrong profile selected? So let's do something about that. Okay, so here's the new entry for the new order form, which has a lot more smart features than the old one. So let's just enter an order and see what happens. 35 pieces, 1x4, 10 foot, and we'll pick the grade, select, profile, 1-inch TNG, and it automatically puts in the serial number, the right color code, the right heading, everything. And even if we change it, maybe now it's 1x6, the serial number automatically updates. It doesn't matter how many times we change the product. The serial numbers are always updating, so we no longer have to manually enter it, and we avoid making that mistake.
We've got some sawhorses here and a chunk of wood, and then an extra 3x8 that was for a pergola that didn't end up getting used, and some dunnage that's not in its place. So let's fix that up. There we are, made a spot for the sawhorses on the wall. Got that 3x8 dealt with, and the dunnage in the rack.
So I just wanted to make a quick video today on why it's important to do your 3S's. I was blowing out my rad because it was plugged solid, and I noticed that the back guard here is broken on the other side. It's not completely broken yet, but it is in the process of breaking, so I mentioned it to our boss, and we are in the process of getting it fixed before it breaks and jams itself into the fan and into the rad and cause more damage than it needs to.
So this window, I've been using it, and it's been really convenient, but it doesn't really slide that good. So maybe we can get that a little bit better. Okay, all cleaned out. Let's try it. Oh, check that out. You know what? I got to give Doug credit because I saw that video he did of the sliding door over on the other office, and it inspired me to finally do this one. Oh, hey, it's Cosmo. Hi, Cosmo. Where's it, Jerry? I don't know.
Brian doing a simple 3S by his area, but now when he needs to go move a lift of wood, he can without stopping, and he can do so easily. All right, the Lean Cave is a spot to have tools for improvements and having our supply shelf. It's on air hoses that don't have ends. Ended up removing things that were not needed and things actually at a home somewhere else. Have the one good air line. And then Jody came in and we actually put all the foam together and labeled it. And then the air lines with no ends are up here. We keep leaving the blade tensioned on here, and we should always take the tension off. Releasing the blade tension doesn't stress the blade out so much, so it will last longer.
So we're currently working on this Douglas fir timber frame, and we've got some 30-foot 8x10s, and they were quite hard to flip by yourself, so we made this timber wrench here. Let's see Yardley use it. Very easy. Nice. Anybody can flip them now all by themselves.
So cleaning reveals potential problems. The mangy chair mat thing that Sandy pulled out of the office was actually lighting on fire, and nobody knew.
Brian used to go upstairs every time he needed a long clamp, but now he's made a spot right in his area, so they're right where they're needed. Nicely done.
So we have these color-coded folders for each department. Fencing is yellow, structures are blue, and lumber is red. And then we've got this folder where they're completed. These ones are all not paid, but then this one where they're paid, depending on what department it is, they're all in one folder. So you have to go through every single one of these to find out whether it's someone's here picking up fencing or lumber. So now going into this paid folder, having another folder for each would be confusing with the ones that aren't paid. So in this paid folder, we've got these handy color-coded clips. So if someone's coming to pick panels, now you know.
So once again, I come over to these carts, and I really want to strap some fence panels to them, but there's no straps. They always seem to walk off. Let's see if we can do something about that. Here's our solution. We've welded the strap buckles right to the frame of the cart, so no one, and I mean no one, can walk off with those now.